Well, I had the idea to play the accordion while I was studying abroad in Spain in college. That was the first time I really just heard a lot of accordion music, mainly on the streets. And so I just had the idea to get a used accordion that summer and learn to play. And I think I must have said that aloud to my parents, and I guess they believed this one. So my parents bought me my accordion for my 21st birthday, but I had no idea at the time that it would completely change the trajectory of my life. And so I spent the first year, which was my senior year of college, just practicing in my room, in my apartment, and learning how to play a little bit. And that was mostly just, I had these Irish folk tune books, and I had my Beatles fake book from my guitar days, and just played anything I could. One day I decided to try to play accordion on the streets of Provincetown, and I did okay, and so I kept doing it. And that was when I realized, like, hey, this is a feasible thing I could do. I could keep playing on the street. That was now 7 years ago, and I had none of the special things I had now. I had no costume, my box wasn't painted, no signs, no puppet. I played about 10 songs poorly. I didn't really have my whole shtick yet, but I had to start somewhere. If I could talk to my 22-year-old self who was just starting busking, I guess I would just tell her to stick with it. And I think everything had to happen in the order that it happened, but I would just say, someday you're going to have a dancing puppet. That part's going to be really cool. Just stick with it, keep learning new songs. You're going to get really sick of the songs you currently play, and maybe go to yoga more often. My act changed a lot over the years. The most important year was 2012 that I spent in Edinburgh in Scotland. In that city, the buskers are all so close and so helpful and supportive for the most part, and it's really a great environment to get ideas from people and get feedback and generally be among creative people. The first thing that happened there is I tried to be a one-woman band, and I did that by adding some percussion instruments to my shoes and a kazoo, and it sounded real bad. I got some feedback that maybe that was not the right approach, but that sort of gave me the idea that I could do more and that my feet can do something different than my hands are doing. So I had my first marionette, Flaca, who I bought in Mexico. I had bought her when I was there in 2011, just because she was really cute. I saw her at this artisanal, folk art market in Mexico City. She had traditional Mexican clothing and some symbols on her hands, and she just sat in my tip box. So that was the idea. She would just sit in the tip box and look cute, and that was as far as I had thought it out. But then people started asking what she was going to do, because you see a puppet, you want a puppet show. So she had these symbols on her hands. I took them off her hands, I put them on her feet. So I started experimenting with having her feet make sounds, be a bit of a tap dancer. Okay, so then Sylvie, right? So Flaca and I performed together for the end of 2012 and 2013. But then, because it was going well, I decided I wanted to replace Flaca because of the dancing. That she was really cute, but she was intended as a tourist souvenir. She wasn't really intended as a functional marionette. So I found Sylvie at a flea market, and so I quickly transformed her. I was heading off to Europe for that summer in 2014. We spent the summer in the Czech Republic, so I had just a 2-week window to get her ready. I had a friend to make a new controller for her. I took her braids out, I gave her a whole new hairdo, and got her ready. I felt really guilty for replacing Flaca, because I know that these are inanimate objects, but Flaca and I had been through so much together, and she was my original marionette, and I felt so sad to leave her behind. And so I was a little bit resentful of Sylvie at first, to be totally honest. And I felt like because she wasn't working too, she's a different height, and the feet weren't working, she wasn't working, I missed Flaca. I felt like I couldn't give her a name until I felt like she was on board and that I was on board with her. And so finally that summer, I got her working. I had to readjust a few things and just started performing with her, and I started to get attached. So after many different names, we settled on Sylvie for no reason in particular. And so now she's been with me for most of 2014, all of 2015, all of 2016. And I think she adds a lot to the act. I guess 22-year-old me had no idea how this would pan out or what would happen. There's certainly been days that I thought I would do this forever, and other days that I'm ready to throw in the towel. And so it was just an experiment. And so I think that 22-year-old me would be really happy to hear that 28-year-old me is still doing it and plans to continue to do it.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this short film. I had a really great time telling Adam my story, and I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you'd like to donate to Sophie's Smokin Squeezebox, you could become a Patreon patron, or you could find the PayPal donate button at the top of my channel. Both of those are much appreciated. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and I will talk to you soon.